Hello, welcome to Home Sweet Home. We are here in Port Williams, Nova Scotia with the Noodle Guy himself, Ross. Hey Ross, thank you for having us today.
Thanks for coming.
So I want to kind of start, I guess, let's start with your journey. How did you become the Noodle Guy?
It was a pretty long journey. I started out, I spent most of my younger years in Ontario working for a whole bunch of different restaurants and chains, and one of which was Prime Restaurants. We'd open up Irish pubs all over the place, and I worked in all different areas in the kitchen, running the front of the house, area manager, and that was a good part of my earlier career. And then 22 years ago, I came out here following my wife. She got a job at Acadia University over here. And I was cooking for a bit, you know, there wasn't a lot of work 22 years ago, and I just I wore my other hat, which was in industrial manufacturing, and I went to work at Michelin for a few years. And then once my son was off to college, I just thought, I'm gonna open up a restaurant. And I grew up, we moved from Montreal to Toronto, and we moved into a primarily Italian neighborhood. So I spent a lot of time making pasta with Italian people, not knowing at that time that it was going to come in handy later on. So fast forward to about 2008, and I was in this really cool tapas bar in Madrid called Beluga, and I really liked the vibe of the place, and it kind of has the same vibe in here. But we, especially then, more so now, but back then we didn't really have a tapas culture. And there's a lot of things around tapas that just don't work as well in Canada, especially back then. And you know, it's a warmer climate, but the whole kind of concept and the vibe is comfort. It's a friendly neighborhood place, and you know, you break bread and food with people. So I just thought, what can I do to to get that same kind of vibe here, but without the tapas plates and have to explain what we're doing, and pasta seemed like a really good
A good fit?
A really good fit, yeah. Now, having said that, I did decide to start a pasta business in the only and largest gluten-free movement in the history of humanity. And we're still doing all right here. So it started out, and I was actually, it's called the Noodle Guy, because you're looking at the person that did the prep and the dishes and all that. But very quickly, we hired a couple of employees to meet the demand. And we were really, really lucky because as we got busier, I was able to work 18 or 20 hours a day. You know, people say, oh, it must be nice working for yourself. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. You can work whatever 12 hours of the day you want.
Exactly.
But we brought on some people who I'm still in contact with, some of our first employees, but it allowed us to continue to make more product. And what would happen was we were selling so much that we would sell out, which was not entirely a bad thing.
Oh.
So, but I made a little commitment to myself. At that point, I said, okay, if we sell out at 11:30, then next week we better not sell out till 11:45 or 12, meaning we brought more stuff with us. And that really kind of endeared us with the community, because you know, if you sell out one week and then the person comes back consistently and you're sold out, they're probably not going to be that happy. But if they can see that you're you know, making an effort to make more. So what happened was we got busier and busier, but it never dropped back down. So I'm very fortunate. Like I brought a pretty good skill set, but this place is pretty special to me. And it's because I really believe when you have two things, knowledge and experience, and they intersect, it doesn't matter what you do, really good things happen.
So everything that you use in your kitchen, like produce-wise, you try to get all locally made?
Oh, we don't try, we do.
You do, it's not even a try, it's you do.
The dirt on the floor right now is from the boots of the people that grew your food. Like, you shouldn't even call yourself chef unless you've explored all of the people closest to you producing food. I mean, there's some things like coffee and olive oil that we just don't grow very well here.
Right.
So you have to kind of look at that. But even in the case of our coffee, you know, we want a local person that's roasting it. In the case of the olive oil, we want to deal with a local importer that's employing people locally here. If it comes to our paper products, our biodegradable paper products, we buy them from Capital Paper, which is a big company, but they probably employ 50 people in Kentville. But we've kind of taken that approach right across the board. So.
I think that's really noble, really wonderful, and it really shows in your end product.
Yeah.
All the love right from beginning to end of the process. You taste that, you feel that.
It is very much the love that's in there, and you know, people kind of think that's corny sometimes, but I don't care.
Bring it on. Bring on
because
the corn.
it really is.
Yeah.
Like, even when I'm cooking for people at home and prior to owning this business, you know, I would put music on and think about the people that are coming over, and you know, we still do that to a certain degree, but the nature of breaking bread and sharing food with people has stayed the same and somewhat changed. There's a lot more people that know about allergies they didn't have, so there's more dialogue. But I think when you're thinking about the people that you're preparing the food for, it will come out in the end. And again, I can't say it enough. I mean, obviously I instilled it in the people that I have working for me, but all you can do is set the tone. It's up to them to continue it, and they either believe it or they don't, and they do the single most important thing, and that is taste the food as they're preparing it. And I know that sounds funny.
No, but that's important because they can see, you know, they can taste it.
Well,
and
because
approve
things
it.
change. Like, again, I wish I'd said this. I didn't say this, but it's a really good quote. Cooking is alchemy, not chemistry. And you know, that's easily the easiest example I can give you of that is when you look at a tomato in January. That tomato probably came from Florida or California. So that tomato would have been picked when it was green, and they put it in a truck, and then just before they come into Canada, they fill that container full of liquid or nitrogen gas, which turns green things green and red things red. Mm-hmm. So it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's no flavor. So we just made a decision, I made a decision, that instead of getting tomatoes from Florida in January, we were going to freeze. Well, we started with 3,000 pounds. Now we freeze about 7,000 pounds of Roma tomatoes from the valley here. And then we freeze in the winter, we freeze the red peppers and the zucchini. Onions and garlic doesn't need to be frozen, but our pasta sauce is made with Nova Scotia tomatoes year round. So, and you know, those are the kind of things that, like I said earlier, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you just know that it's good.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey with me. I
welcome.
found it such an amazing and extremely inspiring and love-filled story. So thank you for that.
Thanks for coming by.
When we come back, we are going to get in the kitchen and make some ravioli and soba noodles. I cannot wait to try this here on Home Sweet Home. We are back and we are in the kitchen with Garion, and we're going to make some ravioli.
Yeah!
I'm really excited to make ravioli. It's one of my favorite pastas.
Oh, it was the first thing I tried here when I started working.
And you love it?
Super good. Oh, I do. It's really good ravioli.
I actually have never seen ravioli being made before, so this is really exciting.
I enjoy it. It's a nice, long, repeat kind of task, which is what I like to do. So yeah, I guess what we do here, we have our dough balls, which are normally, they start like this, mostly flour, egg, and water. We have orange ones as well. So then we rolling pin it out. We don't want it too thick going through the roller. It can be a little bit loud, but start it up. And then we kind of just put her through and get her flattened.
And so you're folding the dough, you're putting it through again.
Yep. Got to get it down multiple layers to the right thickness, and got to get it like all the right shape.
Shape and length?
Yeah. And that sheet's ready. That's your sheet.
Okay.
So this is our filling. It's a garlic basil quark.
So you make that mixture in-house?
Yep.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah. You can just kind of pipe it out into amounts about this big, roughly 2 finger widths apart.
Okay.
I don't measure exactly much anymore because I'm pretty used to it.
You can eyeball it at this point.
Exactly. When I started, it was like, oh, but
Yeah. They almost like little cheese macaroons.
yeah.
Okay, so just kind of. Oh, this is a little harder than it looks. I want to give them a good amount of cheese. So that one's a little bigger, that one's a little smaller. I was over generous.
Then you just fold it in half.
Okay, I'm going in. Just fold it.
Yep. And then once you got it there, kind of just run along, press it down and keep it in place.
Okay.
Yeah, then you just start at one side. Use your thumbs to kind of press down and try to not like smush too much of the cork in between because that can make it hard to like close the ravioli. We have like a maple onion thing that goes with it normally.
Maple onion.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That's like the normal what goes with this, and it makes it really well.
Oh, okay.
And once you got those all down, you just take our little pasta roller thing. We use our little fancy side, kind of just cut the ends off, and then you just kind of cut between them. It's not like an exact measurement because you want there to be enough space between the edge and the ball of cork that it doesn't like the cork doesn't like get in there and kind of make it hard to close up.
So like take a little bit like that off?
Yep. Yeah, just like that. You got it.
Okay. Take like that little guy
Enough
off.
to give it, say, not too far that way and enough to give the little fancy smancy bit.
Right. We want fancy smancy.
Exactly. You want to be super fancy.
That's right. We want fans. I don't want to fail the test. Pressure.
And then you
There.
take one at a time. You basically just press down all around the edges to kind of make sure it's sealed. And then we place them on the tray here.
We just finished making the pasta with Garion, and now we are going to put it all together with Mel.
Great.
So what do we do here? You have it all kind of portioned out.
Yeah,
and
so we have it as parboiled, so it's easy to heat up for the customers.
what does parboiled mean?
So it's a little gentler than boiled. So
Okay.
we just cook it about 80% doneness, and then it has a little bit of room to absorb some more moisture with the butter and the oil and the other flavors that we have cooking on the line.
Okay.
So it gets hot really quick because we got a good gas stove here. So we just give it a swirl, and we're gonna put our raviolis into our pan,
Okay.
dump them in.
And we got some of the orange ones today.
Yeah, the orange ones are just made with a bit of tomato paste just to give them that extra color.
Yeah. Do they taste the same as the other ones?
They have it pretty much, yeah, a slight tomato taste, but not too much.
Not too much.
So once we get sizzling here, we just hit it with a splash of water. This rehydrates the pasta and prevents it from burning. So we got some pepper, always seasoned.
Okay. Always seasoned.
Yep, pepper, and we got some salt.
Pepper. Like, don't be afraid. Give her.
Yep,
Give her.
that's perfect.
Okay. So all your pastas, this is what you would do at home when you buy it in the retail.
Exactly, yep.
You
And we
cut-
do sell these portions of pasta in the to-go fridge. So it's the exact same process.
Okay.
So they're probably heated halfway through. So now I'm just gonna flip each one over. So they heat through on each side.
Okay.
And then once this water evaporates,
I think I flipped that one too early. That one already flipped. I pre-flipped it.
see how you get that nice color on there? That's what you
Yeah.
want. So now we're just gonna let them finish cooking the rest of the way. It's super quick.
This looks so amazing.
Yes.
So do we have to top it with anything?
Yes, we're gonna top it with some Parmesan cheese.
Ooh. Yum.
And that's everything.
And that's it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so now I get to try this fresh off the grill. I cannot wait. All right, here we go. I'm really excited about these caramelized maple onions as well, and to taste this pork. Ready? Mmm. Wow. Oh, that is good stuff. You can taste, yeah, that pork is really nice.
Yeah.
It almost is like, it reminds me of like a Boursin cheese, like the soft texture.
It is similar. Yeah, it's a soft
Yeah.
cow's milk cheese.
Yeah.
Made with buttermilk, and it's actually quite of a healthy cheese, very low in fat, high protein.
Yeah, that is so good. And it melts really nicely with the maple onions.
Yep.
I'm so gonna do that now. Caramelize the onions with the maple.
So good.
That is so good. This tastes fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was a really good. Choice. I like this a lot. I'm just gonna have one more bite. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Actually, should I say winner, winner, ravioli dinner? We are back, and that ravioli was delicious. Next up on the menu is soba. I have to admit, I have no idea what soba is. I know I'm saying the word soba, but I really don't know. I've never had it before.
So soba is a Japanese-style noodle, traditionally made with buckwheat, and we do a buckwheat and kamut blend. So these are our soba noodles here. So in the soba, we're gonna do some bulgogi.
What is bulgogi?
Bulgogi, yep. Yeah, so traditionally it's a Korean sliced meat made with beef. However, we're using pork tenderloin, so it's kind of sweet, kind of spicy, and a little bit salty. So first thing we're gonna do is cook off our meat.
Okay.
So we'll put this into our pan. We're gonna spread it out in a nice thin layer so it cooks nice and even. We'll just let this fry up so it's all nice and crispy.
Okay. So why is that, like that soba noodle looks almost like a spaghetti, but it's fatter.
It does. So this soba noodle is made in our large pasta extruder. So we have our little dies, and it comes through the holes. And then once it's cooked off, it expands a little bit. So we do have a wider soba noodle here. Sometimes you can get them quite thin.
Oh. So are we flipping this?
Yep, flip it, stir it all around. It does sometimes.
It's very flattery.
It spits at you.
It's spitting at me. I like the smell of that sesame.
It smells so good.
Yeah, that smells really good.
So in the bulgogi marinade, we have some tamari, ginger, garlic, sambal, and sugar, brown sugar.
Oh, yum.
Yep.
And is it local meat that you use as well?
This meat comes from Martok, Olton's Farm in Windsor.
Oh, okay. Olton's Farm.
So now that our meat's cooked through, we're just gonna come over here to the veggie station.
Is mine cooked through? How do you know?
I don't see any pink left,
Okay.
and it's gonna continue cooking for about another 5 minutes with the
Okay.
veggies. So here's a rag in case your handle gets quite hot.
All right.
So I just grab it like this. We're gonna come over to the veggies. So this is our stir fry mix. So just grab a nice handful of veg.
Handful of veg.
Yeah.
One big handful?
Yeah, go for it.
Give her.
We got some broccoli, peppers, carrots, zucchini, cabbage.
I want a little more. Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get some red onions.
Okay.
Good pinch of red onions.
Okay.
And then this is ginger, freshly ground.
Ooh.
1 scoop of this. And then this here is black bean paste that we also make ourselves. And 1 scoop of this.
Okay, so 1 scoop of each.
Yep.
Look at that. It's healthy for you. And this.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep, now we're gonna go back over to our heat. We'll give it a good stir.
How do you make black bean paste?
So we soak our black beans overnight in a big bin, and then we cook them down till they're super soft. And then once they're cooked thoroughly, we drain them and we blend them with a seasoning mix and some lots of soy sauce, other herbs and spices, and we just let it set in the fridge and we portion it. It's not a fermented bean paste, it's a fresh bean paste, so there's lots of fresh flavor.
I like that it's fresh and you make it here. You don't just buy a bean
Yeah.
paste in a can.
Yep.
It's freshly made. I love that.
So now that our veggies are nicely coated, we're just gonna hit it with a splash of water. This will create some steam to soften those veggies up a little bit.
Okay, this water trick again.
Yep.
Is that enough?
A little bit more.
More?
Yep. That's because you have the hotter burner also.
Oh
okay.
yeah, right. I got the hot one.
The hot burner. Let me just keep stirring. We don't want to cook our veggies down to mush. We want some crunch still, so it's not overdone. So we'll just go until the water is pretty much all evaporated and they start to get soft.
I find whenever I make a stir fry, I find it hard to make good flavor. You know, and then sometimes I would try to put extra spices, and then you just get a bunch of spices. Like,
Right.
I don't know, I feel like I'm learning kind of, you use like that nice sesame sauce with
Yeah,
something. I've never
yep.
really used that before. That would be something maybe I could start incorporating.
Yeah, definitely start with a nice quality oil. Like for the ravioli dish that we made, we use a nice extra virgin olive oil. And then for this dish, we use our nice sesame oil.
Yeah.
Because then you're starting off with some good flavors right off.
Right off the get-go.
Yeah. And then we're cooking in layers too. See how we started cooking with the bulgogi first to get that nice caramelization. And then we're gonna add our veggies. That's our second layer of flavor. And then we're gonna add an egg. So that'll be another layer. And then we're gonna add the noodles at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So now that our veggies are starting to soften, see how our zucchinis are getting a little bendy?
Yep.
So what I do is I push all the veggies to one side. Got some egg here. We're gonna crack an egg right on the side there.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't get any of the shells in there.
I'll try not to. I can't promise anything. Oh, yay, success.
Perfect. Almost right there.
Okay. We're gonna break it?
Yep. We just kind of do a little scramble with it.
Okay. You gotta go fast here.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick. And then we're gonna add the noodles and our the rest of our seasoning.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
Just dump them right in. Now we got it all mixed in. We're gonna add our tamari. So this is our gluten-free stir-fry sauce, or soba sauce. A few shakes of this.
That.
Yep, perfect. Now we just wait until those noodles are cooked thoroughly. We'll set our burners off, and then we're ready to plate.
This looks amazing. Is there anything we top it with?
We're just gonna go in with some toasted sesame seeds.
Okay, now I noticed those sesame seeds are all different colors.
Yeah, so we just order in some black ones and white ones, and we just toast the white ones to get some color and some nice smell.
Oh, they do. They smell
Yeah.
super toasty.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like all the mixture of colors.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. Okay, well now we're gonna try it.
Yep, enjoy.
Okay, thank you. I'm excited. This is my very, very first time trying soba. So let's see. Mmm. That's really good. This does not taste like my stir fries at home, let me tell you. This is way better than my homemade stir fry. Wow. I want to try some of the meat, actually. Let me go in and get some of the meat. Mmm. Now, you said that was pre-marinated?
Yeah, we marinate that for at least 24, preferably
Oh, yeah.
a day and a half.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
A day and a half.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. That's really nice. Well done.
thanks.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
teaching me
thank
how to
you.
make that. That was fantastic. I really like that. And mine's not too spicy.
Yeah, this one will be a little hotter.
Yours would be a little hotter, so I'm going to stick with that one. That's really, really, really nice. I want to say a special thank you to Ross and Garion and Mel here at the Noodle Guy for teaching me all kinds of great tricks and making amazing food. Now, if you find yourself in Port Williams, Nova Scotia, make sure you head over to the Noodle Guy and you too can make it your home sweet home.